actually like dudes. Why was I mad at women this whole time?
I was penetrated.
Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Don't you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
Love makes you wanna jump up and shout. Love makes you wanna dance all about.
Half of us aren't even. That was phenomenal. You should just leave that on there.
Yeah,
And
nice.
you go, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm getting married.
And that is how the cookie crumbles.
Right.
For fucking
and that's
sure.
the way the news goes. Hey, welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. My name is Carlo.
Tom,
Angelo.
Hey, we have a special guest today. I'm surprised she's on, and I'm
Not
very
that
happy.
Motherfucker, I'm special.
Special as a motherfucker.
Hey, put that mic by you.
maybe helmet
It's
special.
by me.
Why did she just say that like a sex phone operator?
Yeah. Here, put your arm around it.
But I can't see my phone.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then pull it towards you.
You may need to leave your phone alone for the
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
I mean,
It's not
God
that. Can you stop
forbid.
moving it? Jesus.
I can't get comfortable. I'm sorry. I'm comfortable.
You got to conform
I
to
don't
the
know what to
mic.
do with my hands.
Thank you, Ricky.
I'm gonna buy you a helmet for your wedding present.
what's
So
your-
excited.
what's your
Don't
name?
forget about that life alert. Ashley.
What?
Ashley is my name.
Well, hey, welcome to the
Why is
Designated
she
Drinkers.
talking like a sex phone
Right,
operator?
she is.
What's your
right
name?
now, like she's ready to be like,
What's your name, Daddy?
What is that? What's that
So
movie?
you're
that 911? What's that movie or something? Those girls?
Reno 911.
No.
Oh no, there's a movie
sex
about
phone
sex
operators.
phone operators. I don't know the name of it.
Like
It's
1-800.
got- It's got the chick from Two Broke Girls.
I don't know, but
Oh my God, I'm
she's
gonna
definitely
Google
she definitely sounds like she's like, hi, this is
Can we
Ashley,
get this started?
and
Let's go.
Hold your phone like sideways.
gonna-
I'm looking up something.
I'm gonna fist you, and you're gonna
No,
like it.
Nobody's gonna fist
Oh my
anybody.
God.
Later.
This is whoa.
No.
I thought Tom was the only one that got pegged around here. Are you down with that too?
No.
I fucking
I'm-
love Joe.
Wait,
Can we
what
just
did he
talk
write?
about this for a second?
What did he
What
write?
did Joe put?
You know how Darian put the PPR or standard scoring?
Yeah.
Joe added these nuts to the poll.
All right, hey. So
Oh
we
my
need
God.
definitely on this episode we are doing fantasy football predictions.
I'm gonna win.
Are you?
Yes.
That's proven to be false in the past, but
That was my
we'll
first
let
time
you go
playing.
ahead with that.
I still beat them.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know.
who?
You, Tom, the girls, anybody else who I beat.
Okay, so you're talking about you beat Yardage over here,
Yardage.
and then fucking FIFA over there.
Hey, fuck you,
Hey,
bitch.
first of all,
That was an Italian
who
joke.
who was the champion of the other league 2 years ago, motherfucker?
You can't live in the past.
Yeah,
And I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
you
he's
can't.
talking all this shit, and
I'm
I
just
won.
saying, reigning champ of this league that we're talking about
You did
right
it one
now
time.
is this
You can't be a
motherfucking
reigning
guy.
Ow. Hey,
Sorry.
let's not fucking yell. I got headphones on. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Sorry.
I think
I'm
you
just
should
saying.
you should turn her headphones all the way up, and then
All
we
right.
should all just scream into the mics. This way she knows what it sounds
All
like.
right, so let's just talk
I
about.
am
let's-
turning you up, though.
Hey, dude, let's
Okay.
kick it off with fantasy
Well, is that
football
good?
predictions. As far as the roster goes right now, right, and I know Glenn or whatever it might be coming in. What are we looking
doing?
at?
What are you doing? What's with
wasn't
the
me.
noise? No,
That
no,
wasn't
I'm
me.
not talking to
Yeah,
you. I
it
was
was
talking to
fucking
Tom.
Tom.
That was
Fucking
Ashley.
All right,
Fuck you.
so I want to know what you think your win to loss record is going to be, and how
Okay.
far you're going to make
I'm
it,
gonna have
and
a
be
perfect
realistic.
season like the Browns.
Be realistic.
How many games are in a season?
That it would be 15, I think, in fantasy football. 15 or 16.
717.
It
it's
depends.
16.
It depends on
Calling
how.
it right
it
now.
depends. There's 16 games in a regular season. Some leagues you'll do the 15th and 16th week as
Finals,
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah. So
Super
it just
Bowl.
depends on. Let's just go 15 or 16 weeks. We'll see. 16 for.
Calling it right now. Carlo is gonna have a 717
Why is there 3 numbers?
because I'm gonna have one draw.
Do you know how
So that-
hard it is
that
to get
doesn't
a
even
draw?
happen.
That still
Hey,
leaves you at
that's
15.
that. Huh?
That still leaves you at 15.
I thought you said
Of
15
a
games.
16 game season.
I thought you
I
said
was just
15
saying
games.
we'll say 16
Oh,
for
okay.
continuity's sake.
Do you,
Oh, okay.
Do you know what my record's going to be? It's going to be
Fucking trash.
yeah, no. I'm going to have a perfect season, just like the Browns.
8-1-8.
You're not going to
Calling
win a
it right
fucking
now.
game.
Exactly.
Oh fuck no! God damn it! 8-8. 8-0-8.
Wait, I actually do
You're
have.
not gonna have a draw.
I actually do have a question. Are we doing money
your phone
again
away
this
from
year
me.
or no?
I'm down with that. I don't care. What was it last year? $10?
I'm okay with that. I mean, we
think
could
so.
we could do half these again, and that would pay for half the year for the podcast hosting.
I'm going to say, because I don't even know how much I won last year.
I mean, obviously, if one of us wins, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
right,
that's what
but
I did.
If I win, Mama's gonna get a new car. Mama's
With
not off the money that
$50?
we're gonna- yeah, like, let's not get crazy.
I mean, it's
with that.
halfsies. You don't get the whole thing.
blow me.
Mama's
Blow
gonna
the
win
whole
and buy a new car with $80.
thing.
Yeah. A 1993 Geo Prism.
Baller
no
on
power
a
steering.
budget.
Yeah.
No motor
Dude,
either.
that's my
Alright.
rapper name. Baller on a budget.
All right, Ashley.
Baller on a budget.
That would be a good rap song.
Realistically.
Baller on a
16
budget.
games.
Hey,
That's
what
probably
would your
been put out
top
there.
hit song be for
I
Baller
make
on
it
a
rain
budget?
I make it rain on them bitches.
I make it rain pennies in the club.
I think Lil Dicky already did that. God damn, that's the faulty cable.
Ashley, what do you think are you gonna
I'm thinking.
We didn't have this issue until Ashley started fucking
No,
No, we
I
did.
I brought it down to that one cable.
until she puts her fucking
Oh,
phone
you
on
have
the table.
fucking phone near it. That's why I told you to get your phone away from the machine.
put your phone
There
in
you
your
go, over
puss
there.
and don't
There you go. You should probably call your mom back. She
Put
probably
it-
wants to tell you that one person called.
Put it,
That didn't come.
stick the phone in the prison purse.
No, I don't like shoving anything up under there that doesn't belong there.
Oh,
Poor Carlo.
that'd be it. That'd be
So
I
yeah,
think
sticky phone.
how
I'm
many
gonna
games are you
go-
gonna win this year?
I'm gonna go headstrong. I think I'm gonna win 9 games.
Talk into the mic.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna win 9 games.
Thank
Why'd you just talk like a
All
dude
right.
now? You went
Yeah,
from
no, I'm
saxophone
cool.
operator to
I think I'm gonna
I'm
win,
gonna
9,
win 9
games,
games.
and I'm gonna lose. What's the math, Carlo? 7?
Yeah.
9-7.
Why'd you look at
And
me?
no
I'm the
draws
worst
because it's
fucking.
football. So no draws.
No, you can draw in football.
You can draw in football.
in fantasy. If you get the same amount of points,
Yeah,
by
anything.
some
Well,
weird
anything with a
reason.
score, you can draw.
I'm
That's
not
why.
gonna have any draws.
Tom, realistically, what do you think you're gonna do?
I already told you.
You're not gonna win any.
With my luck last year, probably not.
Is that why
'Cause-
you were such a sissy?
I mean,
boy
I
and
don't
didn't
think it
wanna
was
do
like I
fantasy
don't think it was
football
I
this
don't
year?
think it was
Yes.
luck. I
I-
think you just suck at the game.
Honestly, I really did not want to be the commissioner again. That's why I
Well, why did you
said
just
Why
say
did we
that?
put Darian in charge though?
I didn't pick Darian.
Darian picked himself,
Oh, Darian.
and that's.
Well,
I don't think that's.
yeah,
gonna
I
be a
think
big
that's gonna
deal.
be a good thing. He didn't have anything else to do.
Right.
I was gonna say, I
He's
think he'll be
a-
fine with it.
The only thing the man is looking forward to is our wedding.
Sucking that dick.
I asked
Hey,
him an
that's
icebreaker
good. I'm
question.
excited.
I asked him an icebreaker question, and it said, "What are you looking forward to this year?" And he was like, nothing besides your wedding."
That's a good friend right there.
Are we doing icebreaker questions for this one?
We should.
Why not?
Yeah, I want to hear Ashley's
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this would be interesting.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. and
How many
say the stuff?
Hey, Ashley, I actually have a question for you. How mad do you think that
Mad.
you would be? No,
Mad.
let me finish. How mad do you think that you
Mad.
would be if, in Carlos' speech, I said, "Man, Ashley, your dad must be really happy that you traded up a couple colors."
Oh my god!
My dad
Yes.
did say, hey, I talked to my dad. I will say this.
Amazing.
I talked to my dad the other day and I said, hey, Tom was talking about his speech, blow me, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, what did he say? And I said, what about this? I said, Tom said that he's going to bring up that thing in high school. And for
I'm
those
not
of you who-
actually going to bring it
He
up.
said you should. He said that would be so funny. Get a little, action. That would be funny.
I don't
Don't
think-
really do it, please.
I was going to say, I don't think it would be funny for all of Carlos' family.
It'd be funny for us.
Hey,
That's all
when is that
matters.
kid going to get the shit out of his mouth?
My dad said that the first time he met Carlo. We went skating in high school, and we dropped him off at home, and he gets out of the car, and he supposedly slammed the van door because my dad picked us all up. And he gets out of the car, and he's like, "That boy needs to get the shit out of his mouth. What does he have?"
And I was
can't
going to put in the
even.
speech, I was going to be like, man, I love Carlo, but it would be great if he could get the shit out of his mouth once in a while and then look at her dad and go, right? you know.
I think that would be perfect.
No, I'm not going to
All
do
right,
it.
Tom, do you have a timer? I have
I
a.
don't, Angela, you do the timer
All
this
right,
time.
hold on.
You don't do anything.
Why do we have the time?
Well, we have
Well,
a 60,
because we have
60
you have
seconds.
60 seconds to answer all the questions that you can
As
answer.
many questions as you can.
Are they true or false questions?
Oh,
No,
they're
they're
just icebreaker questions. Don't worry
opinion
about
They're
questions.
it.
just
Hold
fucking
on.
questions. Calm
Yeah.
down.
I don't like.
You
Can
need
I
to
go
be-
last?
You should
Sure.
be less stressed. You just graduated.
Congratulations, by
Why-
the way.
Thank you.
Why do you
Firefucker.
keep putting
I'm
your
saving
hair as a
lives.
mustache?
Because
I
I
thought
like
that
it.
you don't like facial hair.
Not on men.
That's, ew.
That's that might be the weirdest statement ever
No.
uttered on the
You know,
Designated Drinkers
it
podcast.
took me a second, and I was like,
I
wait a
know.
minute.
Yeah, it did. For,
So she
not
likes
on men.
women with facial hair. You look at a woman, you're like, oh, Hillary, I'd fuck you.
Yeah, like Bruce Jenner. when
Stroke it.
when she grows her beard out.
Right.
All right, and let's go.
Are they going to be the same questions
Just
for all
start
of
it.
us?
Start
No,
it after
totally
he
different.
reads the question.
All right.
Yeah, hold
For a
on.
minute.
Wait.
Just tell me whenever you're ready.
I call last.
Sure, that's fine. I'm going to go with Tom first.
God, you need to. Why are you getting so anxious about it? It's just
All right.
stupid questions.
All right,
right.
I'm ready.
All right, Tom. What is your favorite hobby?
Masturbation. Go.
What outdoor activities do you like to do?
Sucking dick. Next.
Don't ask
Camping.
for him. What is one favorite thing you do by yourself?
Masturbation.
What is your What is your favorite sport or physical activity?
Baseball.
What crazy activities do you dream of trying someday? These are actually good questions.
Crazy activities. I would like to go skydiving one day.
Me too. What is your idea of fun?
Masturbating.
Masturbation.
What two things do you consider yourself to be very good at?
Masturbation.
What two things do you consider yourself to be very bad at?
Masturbation.
Sex, apparently, because you jack
Yeah.
off too much.
Oh, poor
No,
If
it
money-
makes you last longer.
If money and time was no object, what would you be doing right now?
Traveling.
Besides the podcast, traveling.
Yeah.
What is something you hate doing?
Work.
What is something you love doing?
Masturbation.
What is your hidden? Do you have any hidden talents?
Masturbation.
What was one new experience you tried that was completely
All right,
unknown
done.
or uncomfortable? No. This you're answering this. What was one new experience you tried that was completely unknown or uncomfortable to you at the time you tried it? Getting pegged by Nicole. But go ahead.
Actually, probably starting this new job that I'm at.
Okay.
It still kind of is, just because I don't know what I'm
Damn, I
doing.
really thought it was going to be masturbation.
So
and masturbation.
I really think that every single question that you asked of him could have been realistically answered by masturbating.
Right. No, I
mean, they could.
Like every single fucking one. He's like, I love this, but I hate myself for it. I'm only jerking off because I love myself, but I hate it.
All right, Angelo, you ready?
All right, I'll start the timer. Go.
Okay. As a child, what did you wish to become when you grow up?
A dinosaur.
A superhero.
If you were sent to live on a space station for 3 months and only allowed to bring 3 personal items, what would you bring?
My phone, lube,
A charger.
and a phone charger.
What book, movie, or video have you seen or read recently that you recommend?
doesn't
Avengers, the new one, the new Avengers.
Oh, okay. What would you rather be stranded on an island alone or with somebody you absolutely hate?
Someone I absolutely hate. Gotta eat.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't be caught dead where?
San Francisco.
That
What
was
is the
very
most
specific.
bizarre encounter you have had in life?
The most bizarre what?
Encounter you have had in your life?
I had a drag queen slap my ass. That was pretty weird.
We're gonna have to
We
dive
should
into
go back
that.
to that. Well, if you had a time machine that would work only once, what point in the future or in history would you visit?
I would go back
You could just
to...
you could turn the timer off.
Where would I go? I don't know.
Shut the fucking thing off!
Oh, dismiss.
Top. There you go.
All right. Place in history
Jesus
that I
Christ,
would
you have to
go.
yell.
I
Hurt.
think the Renaissance. I think that'd be fucking pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. All
Hang
the
out with
fucking
Da
Black
Vinci.
Plague.
Public executions. It'll
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, I think hang out with Da Vinci. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
read them to you.
No, you're next.
You
I'm
don't know how to
last.
read.
No, you're next, and you can read them after that.
Let me get
Make
the
sure
Adam's
that you
apple
talk
ready.
into the mic, Ashley.
I'm talking into the mic.
There
Now
you
you are.
go.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
are.
you
There you
ready?
go. Okay.
Suck
Are you a
that
morning
audio
person
dick.
or a night person?
Night person.
Why?
Because fuck the morning.
Are- How do you like to spend a rainy day?
Sleeping.
Why do you What do you like living in this area?
For sleeping.
I feel safe. I can take my dog for a walk.
Do you
Got a
believe in
pretty nice
ghosts?
Yeah.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have any relatives in jail?
Nope.
Do you like pickles?
Ew.
Yeah,
Do you have? Do you untie your shoes when you take them off?
Nope. I don't tie them when I put them on either. Next.
Do you like coffee or tea?
Tea.
What did you enjoy most about school?
It being over.
What is your morning ritual like?
I wake up and I leave.
You don't brush your teeth?
Sometimes I forget. I'm gonna be honest.
She says she won't be
Roast. No, she said, I'm gonna be honest.
Next question, please.
Of all places you have lived, visited, what was the best one? What was the best one?
Probably when we went to Peru because you were really happy.
Then it was the only country that she's
I'm gonna
ever
ask
been
you-
to.
He didn't say country. He said place.
I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions because you didn't get as many as them.
Your mom calls you again.
What was one new experience you tried that at the time was completely unknown or uncomfortable to you?
Anal.
Carlo.
D. All of the above.
What was the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, that I'm gonna be a great nurse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Who was your childhood hero?
They must not know you.
my childhood hero. I don't know. I didn't have one myself.
Who was your enemy or the bully when you were young?
Myself.
And the last one, who was your favorite grade school teacher or high school teacher?
I hated them all equally. Next.
Oh, okay. And that's it. So you can read the questions. Here.
Oh, this
Yay.
is so good.
Read towards
That
the
one?
mic. Yeah. Towards the mic.
Ready? Ow.
Can you stop hitting it? Jeez.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
can.
I
You,
started.
you just go ahead. I'll hit it once you're done.
Do you prefer candy or ice cream?
Ice cream.
If given a chance, which person would you like to be for a day?
The
Caitlyn
president.
Why?
I do some crazy shit.
You'd kill yourself, right?
No, I don't.
If money,
I would give
if
myself
money were no
all
object,
the money.
if money were no object, what would your dream home look like?
Like this, but bigger.
With dogs, right?
Sure.
That's not part of a house.
What are the names of 3 exotic countries you would like to visit?
Peru. Spain. I haven't seen all of Peru.
Next.
It's Peru, Spain, and Japan.
What is one thing you would really like to own?
More podcast equipment
Ashley.
because I want to be better.
No, it said why.
Oh, why? Yeah, because I want to be better.
Okay, cool. If you could get away with it, what family member would you kill off and why? Ooh.
Ooh, shit.
Ashley.
If I could get away with it, I would kill the person that doesn't like me at the moment.
Who's that?
I don't know. Keep going.
Probably Ashley.
Which body part would you choose to get a tattoo done?
My legs at the moment. I
His
want all my
penis.
legs done.
What is your pet peeve?
My pet peeve? When somebody fucks with the AC and I wake up freezing. When I wake up freezing my balls off and I turn it down and then I wake up again
And it's
because
down
I'm
again.
fucking freezing my ass off again.
See, that's why women shouldn't touch the air conditioning.
And then hold up.
Hey, I pay that bill. I can touch it all
I
I
have
want.
another pet peeve, and
was a
I love
joke.
you still. Just remember this. I love you, okay? But the other night, Ashley, I was sleeping. Ashley
She sounds
was
like a
not.
great girl.
She is. I was sleeping and she was not. And then I woke up to I had a comforter on. Yeah, I was sleeping on it, and I woke up with her. I woke up
It was my
I
It
woke
was my
up
blanket. He
and
knows
she
I
was
use that.
wrenching the motherfucking comforter from me. I was wrapped
trying to
in
do
it.
fast. I had a
I was
blanket on
wrapped
top
in
of
it.
him,
I was
and
wrapped in
like,
it. Hold up.
I'm gonna throw the blanket
So
up, and then I'm gonna pull the other.
Let
one,
me
and it didn't
finish.
work.
Let me finish. So I wake up and I feel the comforter being tugged away from me, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I like grab it more, and like I'm like comfy as fuck, and then I feel like a big fucking tug, and the comforter's gone, and then a fucking like thin blanket hits my face.
Oh, to
I
be a
went-
fly on the wall in this fucking house.
Carlo left the
First
room.
off-
He was
Dude,
pissed.
I woke up and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" She's like, "It's my blanket," and I'm like, "It doesn't matter. I was wrapped in the motherfucking blanket. You don't get to just take it away from me."
But
First
it's
off,
her blanket.
my question is,
Do you need to be turned up?
No,
What?
I think
Pizza
that
guy?
person's here.
Oh,
The
hang on.
dog's
No,
going crazy.
he said 1 hour.
Oh, okay. Well, the dog was going crazy.
Yeah, they said 1 hour. It's
that
So
doesn't
like-
mean that it's going to be a full hour.
They
Though.
told me
Yeah.
no. They told me we're super busy. It's gonna be an hour.
My first question is what was she doing out of the kitchen?
Right. Sure. She was cleaning.
I'm allowed to have
actually.
one break a day.
No,
There you
She
go.
knows it.
but that break needs to be in the kitchen.
Union rules.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. But yeah, either way, it was bad.
That's-
Angela, did you go?
Yeah, I went.
You read
Okay.
the questions for him.
Why
Yeah.
did your voice get super high
So-
pitched when you did that?
Balls
I
are
don't know.
still cold.
Yeah.
The balls.
Angelo,
are
did
still
Do
cold.
you not have your heat pack on your balls right now?
I should.
Oh my God.
I told them
I
about
was
that.
gonna say you're telling people about your heat pack on your ball.
I told them. I told
We've
it on the
talked
podcast.
on the podcast about it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we talked about it on the podcast.
Oh,
Hey, apparently, I
Maybe
went,
if you were a little more fucking thermal with your Hummers, he wouldn't have to worry about that.
You
I-
gotta
I-
fit the balls in
so
there too.
I talked about it in the last podcast about how I have mites on my face, right?
no! Don't be telling people that.
I don't
Why?
fucking give a shit.
Do
but-
you think that you don't have mites on your face?
No, everybody. My dermatologist said everybody has
Oh,
them.
really?
Yeah,
And your dermatologist also says that that's eczema, and that's not eczema.
Yeah, and I was
they're
just
trying
gonna
to tell
go
him
with
that's
that.
eczema. Get the
But
fuck
the
out of here.
dermatologist took a look at my face.
Idiot.
And she's like, I think it might be a little bit of eczema.
No.
So I'm gonna prescribe you this $80 pills
Noxema.
that you gotta take for a couple of weeks.
I have butt mites.
Do you?
You're always gonna have those.
You
though.
probably have pinworms,
You know
too.
what's funny?
I know the test
So
for that. You take
the-
a tape, and you gotta spread the cheeks, and then you gotta tape it, and then you take it off, and then
Get
you
closer to the mic. Closer to the mic.
Yeah,
What
but
are you
you can't,
talking
you can't do
about?
that randomly.
Oh,
It's only at night.
yeah. It is only a night before you go to bed.
That's right.
Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, go
I'm so
Pinworms.
confused.
You don't know about
Kids
pinworms?
kids get like these worms in their booty holes.
Wait,
And there's a test to check them, and you have to spread the butt cheeks, and you take a little piece of like Scotch tape and you put it right on their asshole, and then you take it off and you have to put it in a baggie or a cup, and then you give it to the doctor, and they run tests because there's little mites in their booty hole.
you
Wait,
know,
will
mites,
they
they're
will,
worms.
will they die like dogs do when they get
So,
worms?
no. So
No,
what?
they
What?
hold
what
up. But before you keep going, because
Sorry.
that relates to it. Down in Peru, when I was a kid, I remember everybody
Getting your
saying,
tape on your butthole?
"Hold up." So
It's
everybody's
normal.
saying, like when you were a kid, like you better wipe your ass good. If not, you're gonna get worms in your asshole. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, grandma, whatever, grandpa. That's not a thing. Is that really a thing? Like, were they not shitting me when they were like, "You're gonna get worms in your ass"? Yeah, were they like, "You're gonna get worms in your asshole if
Well,
you
they
don't
don't
wipe
get it
right"?
because they have a dirty butt. You get more sick if you have a cleaner butt. Did you know
Oh
that?
God, I'm gonna have to leave poop back.
But
there
you were
now.
saying,
Ew.
So
Leave it all moist.
the life cycle of the pinworm, basically, once you get it, it will leave. It'll live in your colon, but in order to reproduce,
but
in order to reproduce, it has
you
to
stop
go
hitting the
outside of
fucking
the
mic?
colon because
Trying
your colon, like the bottom half of your gastrointestinal system, is pretty much aerobic, so they have to leave that in order to reproduce. So why it's the most common with children that are in daycare and they are recently potty trained is because kids don't wipe their ass well. So basically,
And
the
nobody's
pinworm
checking it.
will, in the middle of the night, and it actually can get on track with your circadian rhythm, so it knows when you're in deep sleep, and it will crawl out of your beehole.
Oh my God,
It will lay its eggs around your asshole,
That's what the tape
and
my
then
God.
it will. You naturally
are gonna itch.
are going to scratch that, get that underneath your fingernails before you wash your hands in the
Lick
morning.
your finger.
You will touch stuff, and then somebody else will touch that, and that's how it. And it's the
Holy
same thing
shit.
with children. You know, they're scratching their assholes because
Like
they don't have a
Christopher
diaper
always
anymore.
digging his butt.
Yeah, because they don't have a diaper anymore. It's there's no barrier behind it, so they scratch their asshole. They get that on there. They play with a toy that gets played with by another kid. And yeah, pinworms are a really big thing in daycares.
Dude,
So
you know what I could
yeah.
really go for is like a light tapeworm. You know what I'm saying? Just lose a couple pounds. And
do you
Then
remember?
get it out.
I still remember this. Do you guys remember that show, 1,000 Ways to Die?
yeah,
yeah.
There was one of them where it was this lady that ate a tapeworm to get skinny, and she got super skinny, but never got rid of the tapeworm, and
She
it
would
killed
die.
her. And
Yeah.
it killed her.
So a tapeworm,
Yeah, you got to get rid of it.
the tapeworm itself. So you know how they say like a tapeworm could
That's
be like
actually
30
like
feet
one of
long.
my biggest fears is getting a tapeworm from something.
You-
Hey,
Freaks me the fuck out.
That's probably the least of your concerns.
Most people just don't get
down
a
in Peru,
tapeworm.
it's a big worry.
It's trust me. As far as parasites go, it's the least of your concerns, especially
And
in
we
Peru.
had a whole episode with Angelo about parasites.
But
Well, it's
the
the, one that you
tapeworm,
can actually see. That's what the issue is.
the tapeworm, it'll grow 30, like let's just say 30 feet, right? It'll go all throughout your intestine. The actual tapeworm is only the little part that is crunched onto your intestine. It basically scratches and it bleeds, or it scratches and feeds off your blood and all the nutrients from your blood. All the rest of that 30-foot tapeworm is all reproductive. So that's all baby tapeworms.
Cool.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so when you shit
when
that
you pull
out,
it out, or when you pull it out, you have to have it all in one piece.
Yeah.
I,
'Cause if
I, rem-
not,
So-
yeah,
everyone will
I
start.
think
Yeah.
actually now that you say that, I think on that episode it was she did get it removed, but they
Not
didn't
all of
remove
it.
it right.
they didn't
And-
remove the scolex, which is the part that attaches to the intestine, which produces the rest of the reproductive.
And I guess it probably
bodies.
regrew, and that's how she died.
Hey,
Yep.
speaking of parasites, let's talk about what you wanted to talk about earlier.
incels.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That was
right.
a nice
So-
transition
You know, there
right
was
there.
That was actually very good.
There
I
was
like
a
that.
whole Reddit thread that
Yeah.
those guys had made, and they got taken down because all they did was just hate on women.
Oh, so Ashley, have you heard of this? An incel.
No.
Yeah,
So-
you have.
What
I
an
don't know what that is.
what an incel is
Not medical.
It's
I didn't think it was.
involuntary celibacy, aka fucking virgins. So
In other
Act
words,
of fucking virgins or virgins?
no. In
as
other
a-
words, no broad will fuck them because one, they're assholes, and two, they probably look like they got hit by a shovel in the face a
Or-
couple times.
B or D or what letter are we on? They probably married their sister once upon a time, and
No, because then they
Jesus.
wouldn't be virgins anymore.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you
if they
get
were,
married and not have sex.
who the fuck? Sorry, bro.
Carlo, you're looking at
That
your future
sucks.
right there.
I'm
That
just
sucks.
saying. I'm just saying.
You can get married and not have sex. That's what I'm planning on
Can,
doing.
you, can
no.
you get an annulment before you get married? Like,
Can
that's
we?
the question. No.
No.
So like these guys, it's a group of fucking virgins, basically.
Guys,
Yeah. I don't.
People that
I don't.
don't have-
I don't think that there's. I don't think there is a single incel woman. There's always some guy that will fuck anything,
you got a
anywhere.
vagina. I mean,
Yeah. So it's a group of men that basically
Hate women.
They call themselves the incels, and that's the most ridiculous fucking name ever. And they basically go like on Reddit and all these other like
Call women whores.
yeah,
and,
website
like,
forums.
hence
Fucking
why you're
and-
not getting laid.
They are extremely misogynistic, and fucking like they're racist. They're fucking just. I mean, they hate everything about women.
That'll happen if
because
you never got laid.
Right.
They
you don't know
haven't
what it-
gotten laid.
Oh, I'm so angry.
So,
My dick is so
I
hard
mean,
right now.
What do I do with it? I gotta suck it myself.
I mean, and if you can suck it yourself, there's no reason you're not getting laid. You
You-
know what I'm saying? Like, unless you are that flexible, and I'm a fairly flexible guy, and I can't do it.
How did that rumor
I'll-
get started about Marilyn Manson?
I don't know.
Because every kid knew it, like everywhere,
I don't
all
even
over
know
the
what you're
country.
talking about.
Oh,
Marilyn Manson
that he took out his bottom
took
two
out
ribs.
his ribs just so that he could suck his own dick.
I don't. Yeah,
It's not true.
That's
So
It's not true.
So-
but everybody fucking found out about it. It
there's
was a big
people with
rumor.
full ribs that can do that. They do yoga.
Yeah, they're fucking queer.
with the whole incel thing, I just think that like the only way that they could get off is by being mad at women. They're just like, oh god, I hate women so much, and then they jerk off, and then they find out that they're gay, and then they're like, oh man, I actually like dudes. Why was I mad at women this whole time? Yeah,
We just have Tom on record, and I'm gonna literally grab that clip or Joe saying Tom likes women.
What?
Cool.
He
It's
does
gonna be
like
the
women.
beginning clip.
That I like women.
No.
That's what you just
Oh
said.
yeah, sure. I mean, at the beginning, you guys will
Oh,
hear.
you
gu-
just fucked it up.
You guys will.
You know
You guys
funny,
will hear.
Carlo.
You guys
You
will
know
hear it
funny.
at the beginning of the podcast. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Carla wants his blue blazer black. You're stupid.
What?
That's from Tommy Boy.
Friends reference.
Oh, I thought
You're
it was
welcome.
a Tommy Boy.
Anyways,
Oh, so by the way,
I love that movie.
I know you're a Friends fan. There's a trivia at Danny Boys coming
What's
up.
Danny Boys?
It's up off of Broadview Road.
Dude, Claire needs to go to that. Our team would
Claire,
win.
just Claire.
Yeah, I think
Claire
you-
by herself.
I want
No,
to
I
see.
wanna go too.
I want to see you and Claire go
Yeah.
and face my wife
No shit.
and get
I ain't scared, Erica.
decimated.
Erica doesn't listen to this.
Listen,
No, Claire's
listen.
pretty fucking good.
Decimated.
No. Claire's pretty fucking good.
Hey, wait.
You're saying pretty. I'm saying
Hey,
fucking decimated.
Angelo,
No,
Angelo, shut up. Okay,
the
go
fuck?
on.
You're disgusting.
What the fuck? Anyways, let's move past your
Why the
shitty,
fuck
am I
stupid
down
fart.
there?
Your
So-
shitty, dumb, stupid fart.
Let's talk about. All right, so like, how can you like? as a man, like, and none of us are virgins, obviously.
I am.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe in your ear.
Did you just say the 20th?
Yep.
So, like, how can any person call themselves an incel? Like, I mean, I really believe that there's something somewhere
It's because they
that will fuck you.
No, the problem.
it's because they believe that they shouldn't have to try it. It should just happen.
Right. They believe that
They should just
women
give it
are
up.
below them, and then that they should just give it up.
Well, I disagree.
No, I don't even. Yeah, I agree with Angela. I don't.
Well,
think
no
it's like
shit.
that.
I'm not saying that I agree with
No,
them.
no, not
Yeah.
with your premise. I agree with that, but I think that is from it stems from a fucking, like, a dude that is just a fucking just
Dickhead.
a slobby piece of shit, right? He's just a fucking wet rag, chewed ass
He's always
piece
wet.
of fucking bubble gum,
Yeah.
right? No social skills, doesn't know how to talk
Play
to
video
a woman.
game all day long. Doesn't even know what sunlight looks like.
Yeah, and then and then goes out to a fucking
Where's a
bar.
vagina?
No goddamn woman's gonna talk to him because he looks like a piece of shit. He acts like a piece of shit. He still lives in mama's fucking basement.
Like,
You know what I mean?
and
then
he is a piece
See,
of
some fucking girl is gonna be like, oh,
Let me
even
tap
if
that.
even if they were to find him mildly attractive, or he was just really nice, like
His,
like he's an ugly
personality
fuck,
would
but
kill
he's
it.
a real nice guy.
Look, let me tell you this right now. It has nothing to do with them living at home, because when I was living at home before I was dating Nicole, I did perfectly fine. It has to do with the fact
Yeah,
that they
he
don't know
fucked
how to
them all in
present
his
Wait,
themselves.
basement.
hold on. Stop it. Hold on. Wait a tick.
What?
When did you move out of your parents' house? How old were you?
Well, that's a good question.
I
How old
think-
were we when we moved out?
I was
When I
23
moved
or
out.
24.
Okay, perfectly acceptable.
How old was I?
I mean, but
Wait,
if you're
do you remember? I think I was maybe around his age too, 20.
20
21?
Before that. Yeah, 21.
So
think
I look at it
20.
as
I was on my own for a while.
I look at it as pre-college age, right? So like
Yeah.
24, 25, right?
If I had the option to stay home, I would have.
I say 24, 25. That is where it is acceptable. Because if you're in school and all that, like,
If you're
it's
40
acceptable.
years old, living at home, unless your mom's like dying sick and you're actually working and taking care of her, there's no reason.
Yeah,
Be a
exactly.
man
So
and
I
grow
mean,
the
that's
fuck
what I'm saying. If you're 29 and you're living at home,
Oh my god! I
And
just
there's-
remembered something. But go
there's
ahead.
no reason for it. I classify you as
up. A piece of shit.
a fucking turd.
Well,
like
see-
you're just a turd.
Well, to be honest with you, if me and Nicole didn't live together,
You would be a turd.
yeah, well, because I wouldn't have anybody to be a roommate with. I
You can
wouldn't.
move in with us.
I wouldn't be able to
We have an
afford it
extra
on my
room.
own.
Yeah, man.
I could already tell you that.
I mean, but I feel like had the circumstances not been the way they are, you probably would have found a way to make that work.
Oh,
to
yeah,
where
I
you
wanted to
got
get
out
the
of your
fuck
parents'
out.
house by 25.
That's the point.
That's what
You
I'm saying.
wanted to get out. You're not happy.
And I mean, like you just hit 25 or 26, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like you would have found a way. But there are people out there that are just like,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're
just
lazy.
such. Well, it's not even that. They're just like sacks of
They're
shit.
cuddle.
But
They're comfortable in their
Mom's cooking them
What-
fucking meatloaf.
What? Yeah,
meatloaf.
fucking. What I was gonna say is the thing is even though that me and Nicole are together, when we go out somewhere, like I don't want to look like a fucking bum when I go out.
Right.
That's just because I have like some self dignity. I've seen some people that when they go out. Have you seen this new fucking fad where people are wearing house slippers when they're going out?
Dude, I mean, but you
What
have to
the
think about
fuck?
it. It's the same thing in high school. Do you remember seeing the motherfuckers with the fucking pajama pants? That would make me so fucking mad seeing douchebags with pajama pants. Like, make yourself presentable. Don't be a fucking lazy piece of shit all of your life.
If you made yourself presentable, even if you still lived at home, you still have a chance to get something. Because when I was 18, I just used to go to their house because most of the time they were older than me.
Well, I mean, but the other thing is like, look, you don't
Why'd you
all of
shake
that
your head?
stuff, like out of the question. Like when you're 18 or 19, right? Like it is expected of you to
Get some poon.
have a
Hey, do
part-time
me a favor.
job.
Get your phone off those cables.
Oh no, I was working full time since the time I was.
Well,
like,
I'm just saying.
But
16.
everything
I'm
is
just saying,
different,
it's
yeah.
expected of you to have at least a part-time job, right? Bare minimum.
Carlo.
And even if you don't have a car, you have a way to get to
Ashley.
where this person is.
Yeah.
and to date and all that stuff. Like,
You throw it in their
you're
beehole.
Yeah,
you know.
if you're just a fucking turd, like you're fucking useless.
So
Yeah.
you bring
Why
up,
can't you expect to be fucking like you're not involuntarily celibate. You are voluntarily celibate
because you don't want to get your
because
shit together.
there. Are you telling me
Nobody
there's
wants to be with a loser.
there
or
is
even-
no fucking fat Amy in the world that's gonna throw her puss in your mouth?
I think-
like, come on.
I
no,
think
not if
that
you're
the,
a fucking loser.
That's what I'm saying. It goes beyond all the living at home and all that. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff. The fact of the matter is, are you going to go after somebody who's like attractive and works full time and can promise you a future, or are you going to go, hey, our first date was in the basement?
Was that your thought at 17?
Go ahead, Carlo.
Well, you're not
Finish.
17.
So-
These guys are older. I'm
I
assuming.
think, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
they got to be
fucked.
in their 20s.
They're fucked.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
At 17, no. What the fuck? We used actually, never mind.
Go on, Carlo.
So I think with this stems from the internet as well. So I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, as you guys know. So I watch.
Luckily, you're
Incel.
already engaged.
Wait until
Yeah.
September comes and he won't be playing that much.
What?
You shut your mouth.
Anyway,
Hey,
yeah.
we gonna be
All
busy
right,
as
hey,
fuck.
look.
What did you
Ashley's,
just say?
Ashley's new
What did
name.
you just say?
Ashley's new name is Thor
What?
Anyways,
because she just laid the hammer down. That's probably for the best.
I'm
you
so
sure?
fucking no. Yeah, it's recording now.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
that was
think
probably
the
for best.
last-
Hold on, unrecord it for a second.
How does this make you?
Hey, so this podcast episode is gonna be super fucking short because we stopped recording.
You.
Wait, how long? What
Why
are
is
we
it-
at?
30. We were at 30 minutes.
So why is it going to be short?
It's not like we can't go way over another 35 fucking
I'm
minutes.
just saying all that stuff we talked about is gone.
That's okay. Who gives
Yeah,
a
we
shit?
talked about weird SMR shit
Well,
for like a while.
Listen, it's
There's
not
a
like
weird bitch that fucking rubs ears.
it's not like I mean
It's
they
not
are
even 10
probably
o'clock.
they are probably like they have gained some intelligence points by not hearing what we just heard.
So-
But it's not like we can't bring up more facts about this
Yeah.
just ridiculous fucking thing.
We were
No
talking
foot
about the
jobs.
we were talking about the incels, and
Hashtag.
we talked about what I was trying to say is that people are more comfortable not coming into human contact with another person because of the fact that the internet makes it easier to look at some random bitch fucking rubbing some microphone ears.
No, the problem
What's
is it
different
gives
than that
people-
in porn, though?
Well, that's where all
fact
of the
that she
issues
talks to
stand
you.
from. You're not forced to go out into the real world
What is a
and meet
POV?
somebody.
Wait,
you can
hold
do-
on.
POV,
Stop.
that's point of view.
Stop.
Have you never seen one of those?
No,
Hold on.
but these people talk to you. They're on Twitch, so that means that as you're recording, you have a chat, and like people are talking to you, like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?"
Have you never seen Chatterbait?
Oh, yeah. You know what?
With streaming, these people are streaming and talking and making human contact, and they
what a cam
they
girl is.
but
That's
the
not
thing is-
human
Yeah,
contact.
but this is free, and they replace that with the actual
thought
with
on-
actual human contact.
I thought on Twitch you had to pay to put
you do not have
comments
to. You do not have to pay anything at all. You donate.
Carlo does it for video games.
Yeah, they're on it with me.
Well,
You donate. It's donations only.
I'm just
So
saying,
some
man.
people probably lock their
those
shit.
those robotic sex dolls, it doesn't sound too bad because, I mean, you
Robotic sex dolls.
could... Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The real sex dolls. They're
Yeah.
not robotic. They're not robotic. They're
Not
just
yet.
Like, they're like yeah, exactly. Yet.
But the thing is,
Skynet, bro.
you just have sex with it. You don't have to worry about getting bitched at.
But have
know?
you ever seen like any of
Not
those
too bad.
videos? Like I've seen a couple documentaries because I was like really like enamored by that. I was like, why the fuck would you get a real life $6,000 fucking Barbie doll with a, the GI Joe Kung Fu puss? You know what I mean?
What the fuck did you just show me?
If you
What is that? What? I missed it.
Have you ever seen
Fucking
one of
nasty
them?
ass toes.
Oh God.
Put them on
Ew.
TikTok.
But yeah, no. If you watch documentaries on these, like
yeah, Tom, would you like
you
those
can-
toes rubbed up on your dick?
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Looks like she
screenshot
could,
this for
Looks
later.
like she can get some fucking good grips on your fucking balls.
Have
You know
you
whose feet used to look like this?
Whose?
have you ever seen those dolls though? They're
Yeah.
like creepy looking.
Yeah, there.
You can customize the fuck out of them too.
That's the best part about them.
Well, the worst part is like,
Or you could just go meet somebody and you don't have to have like.
Yeah, but then you have to talk
yeah, but
to
it's
them.
not
So-
going to be exactly what you designed. Like, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Weird Science.
Probably not.
Yes.
Yes.
I own that movie.
That was a great fucking movie.
Yeah, it was.
and that's basically the premise of it, right? He had
Yeah.
basically a real sex doll that he fucking hooked some electrodes up to and made a
Except
fucking actual
they were
woman.
losers and couldn't even have sex with something that they created.
So
which was probably the premise of it. Like, it
Way to
was
give
the
away the
premise
whole
of it,
movie.
actually.
you know,
Nah,
you
I
say
would-
that.
They're like
Oh,
this really hot
Get
Barbie.
over it.
We're gonna
Spoiler alert. It's been fucking 40 years. Get over it.
Yeah.
So
never seen
Dan
it.
Harmon talked about on his podcast about the fact that when he started making money on like the Sarah Silverman show or whatever, he bought himself a $5,000 sex doll,
There you go.
and then after a couple of uses, he was so ashamed with himself that he wrapped it up in a carpet, gave it to his assistant to throw away.
And then the assistant kept it.
Not
End
a
of
good
story.
idea.
Yeah, right. I know, right? Tell me about it.
I would have resold
He also, but then again, this guy's a little
I would've
crazy.
returned
He also
it.
talked about the
Full
fact that
refund.
he bought himself a mannequin leg that he puts like those like stockings on, and that's how he pleasures himself.
What?
the fuck kind
People
of
are weird.
podcast do you listen to?
The Harmontown podcast. You can ask Joe about it.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man.
Oh, it's funny.
Good.
I'm just
funny
saying.
as fuck.
I mean, there's some weird shit out there. Like, but for some people, it's just
But
their
at the
normal
at the end of the day,
stuff.
they're not incels, which are assholes. But so long as you are not hurting anybody, and
You do
it
you.
is willing. Who fucking cares? I don't give a fuck what you do in the bedroom, so long as
So-
it's two consenting adults.
Is it willing when you drop that pill in their drink?
No,
Oh, okay. I guess that's
Mr.
doing
Cosby.
It's cosmic time. So no, but I think like
that. Do the Cosby.
I think part of the problem with the incel thing has to
Put
be
the
like, all
roofie in
right,
the pudding pop.
You mix it all up.
you need to realize that if you want to attract a woman, you have to be some slight resemblance of a man.
You need to
I
carry
can't wait
cocaine.
till you fall asleep.
That's how you get a woman.
Okay.
Go to a strip club, take cocaine. There you
Moving
go.
moving
You'll get
past
laid.
the incels thing. Did you? This is technically when the podcast comes out. This will be like a month ago. So did you guys hear about the woman that had to get dragged? The American that had to get dragged out of that South Korea airplane.
No.
She wasn't sitting in economy. She got up from economy before the plane took off and sat in first class.
There's your problem right there.
You're not
And-
welcome there.
And the attendants are like, hey, you can't sit here. This is first class. You have to pay for that. And the lady's like, nope. And they were like, well, we're going to have to remove you. And the lady's like, nope. And then she started screaming shit like the U.S.
Don't touch my
and
baby.
Like, the government. Like, you know, she was crazy. She was fucking insane. Let me
Hey,
look.
peasant, back to the coach.
Go sit between the two fat ones.
The name of the headline says American women dragged from Korean air flight for refusing to sit in her economy seat.
Well, yeah, because
Did you
you're
pay
a
for it?
fucking idiot.
Right.
If you don't pay for it, you can't fucking sit up
She
there.
started yelling, U.S. Marshals, DDoS, Korean Air, nuclear disarmament. That's what she yelled.
What, dude? That lady
probably
sounds
nuts.
like she needs
So
Yeah.
like some help.
obviously schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got dragged out, but it took like a bunch of them. And, you know, Korean people are a little small. So, yeah, one American lady,
Maybe she was
couple
on
Korean
PCP.
people. Maybe.
No, she probably had
I
some
think
type of mental health
part of that is
disability.
also she might have been a little entitled.
Well, I mean, she also might have been in a manic state where
That's a
she's
high
probably
possibility.
in a physiological fight or flight state. So even if they weren't very little, it would be hard to control her.
Or maybe she was just afraid of airplanes.
So she had to sit in first class?
Maybe
There's a
she
lot
was
more
a
room up there.
That would be my excuse.
I'm so afraid of flying. Please leave me in
Please
first
help
class.
me. Please
while-
help me.
While you're at
Take
it, can
a
you
fucking train.
Can you give me another glass of champagne? Thank you.
Man, suck my dick.
The next thing I want to bring up, and for our medical people here that have taken care of people, and the one person that brought up Munchausen's once.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm a doctor.
Munchausen's by proxy. What do you guys thought on that?
It's a very rare medical condition that involves a dick being put in your butthole. I don't know.
Do you want the actual definition?
I'm a
of it, or
baby
just-
doctor.
I'm asking because I'm bringing up the point that this lady said her kid had cancer and leukemia, I think, and for the longest time, all these other like problems, and for the longest time she kept her bedridden, and
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
you know
fake
what's really
thing?
funny?
Yeah.
No. People do that. I didn't know that was. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Munchausen's by proxy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Angelo, go.
No. I'm just saying you're
Oh, I
talking
get so
to
excited,
Carlo
and I get okay.
Yeah.
here I made that mistake. So
Talk
try
like
and
this.
Okay, sorry.
use your eyes
look
to
at
look
me
at 'em,
and still,
or
yeah.
just tilt your mic. One
Okay,
of
so
those.
anyways, there are people when I was doing my clinical rotations that these women are bringing their babies. It could be a baby, it could be their kid, it could be like you have a 15-year-old. Like they're taking them to these doctors and saying, you know, they aren't sleeping, they're throwing up, they're so sick, they're this, they're that, the other, and they're like doing stuff to them. Like they won't feed them, they'll keep them in a bed. The one was feeding the kid bleach.
That's basically
Like,
what the story was.
Yeah.
yeah, like it was hard, but I didn't believe it, and I'm like, people don't do that. And my teacher was straight up like, yes, they
So-
do. People like will ingest their kids with stuff and
They'll ingest their
There's
kids.
a-
That sounds unhealthy.
fucking blow
There's
me.
a
They'll
there's
put
a
stuff in their
difference
kids.
between Munchausen's and then Munchausen's by proxy.
No.
So Munchausen's is where you fake or create
An orgasm.
an illness,
yeah.
right, for the attention. So
Like
by proxy is when
the
you're
pregnancy
gonna,
one, right?
yeah. So by proxy is when you're going to do that to somebody that you're in direct care of, right? So and you're going to make this person. Now there's people that are, and the hard part about it in the medical field is where you have somebody like a helicopter parent where they're just constantly worried.
And that's who you have to watch out
My
for.
kid sneezed 2 days
Yeah.
ago. Now he has fucking leukemia. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they did the WebMD search. Versus this person is intentionally injecting them with harmful chemicals. They're exposing them to lead. There's
Yeah.
a million different things that they can do, to
Dude, with how-
create these symptoms,
With
and
how,
then they go in there.
With how I feel, if I was the WebMD myself, if I looked it up, I'm sure that I'd have like stage 4 cancer or something.
Oh yeah,
We all would, you know.
Hey, what are your symptoms? Oh man, I got stage 4 cancer. I guess I'm gonna die.
yeah.
Well, no, but seriously, like, but all
I hope
jokes
I don't
aside,
have
it's
it.
like a really fucking serious thing. Like,
I might have it.
A, could you imagine doing that to your own kid?
No.
B,
Well,
could
maybe.
you, like, you're that fucked up in the head that due to whatever mental illness, psychosomatic, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, you need help type of person.
Depends
like,
on how bad
you're gonna
they are
kill
that
your
week.
kid. But they need the attention. Like,
Depends on how bad they
and
were
that's the
that
funny
week.
thing is they do it, even whether it's the regular Munchausen's or the by proxy. It's all because they need that. There's something that was missing at
Yeah.
some point to where they need that attention.
So it's kind of like that thing. What the hell is that thing when you get kidnapped?
Stockholm syndrome.
So it's kind of like that a little bit, but
No,
I
no,
think it's
no.
different, yeah.
It's pretty different. But it's similar in that it is a psychological disorder that is very fucking odd. So like Stockholm syndrome, you are going to relate and be compassionate towards your abductor, or
I already am.
whatever it is. And
Yeah, Nicole.
and Munchausen, you're gonna
Let
you're
him
gonna
free.
be
Let him free.
you're going to be harmfully or intentionally or unintentionally manifesting harmful symptoms in yourself or somebody that
to
you're
your
in
loved
direct
one.
care of.
Can't you actually get sick though if you think that you have it for like a certain
So
amount of time?
That's
there
why
are
it's all-
things.
yeah.
There are things like crazy fucking women have manifested signs
So all of
of
them?
pregnancy.
They can even test positive for a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
They
of them?
think it and they think it and they
You
think
can
it like
physiologically express.
You're ruining a perfectly good joke. God damn it!
It's just not funny.
Son of a
it's a
bitch.
serious
I
thing.
fucking
Like
hate
it's
you.
pretty fucked up.
With the
Me and
Munchausen's
Ashley
by
are getting fucking just like
yeah, I'm getting pissed
all
off.
on bam
like-
right now.
We had a
with the
fucking
Munchausen's
serious-
by proxy, this lady did that to her daughter, and then her daughter and like people helped them. Like after Hurricane
Well, you-
Katrina hit, like all these people came together and like bought them a new house and all this other
And
shit.
they were getting attention, is what you're saying.
It's-
Habitat
essentially.
for Humanity built them a new house in
Yeah.
a different place. Tink tink.
And then the crazy thing about it is, her daughter started going on these dating websites, met a guy, and then the mom died. And after a few weeks, somebody went to check on them because nobody heard of it. The girl was missing, and they found out that she never had the illnesses that they said she
The
did.
daughter?
Well,
the
the
daughter.
the boyfriend actually posted on there, "I killed this bitch. I stabbed her and all this stuff."
I think it was the girl.
Wait,
I thought it was the boyfriend.
No, I
was
thought it
either,
was the
either the
boyfriend.
boyfriend or her. One of them. One of the
On Facebook.
abused. Let's just say one of the abused
Killed the mother.
killed the abuser and posted about it on Facebook. That's how the cops got
I killed
involved.
the bitch. It's over
And
finally.
and it was all
Yeah, but
because
it's never over. They're going to be fucked up for the rest of their lives.
well, yes, but at the same time, they're fucked up in a mental capacity, not by being physically ill due to the
chemical
whatever
ingestion, yeah.
treatment. Not treatment. That's a bad word. But
I guess
whatever.
this girl had like a bunch of surgeries done to her, and like the law enforcement officers that were talking about it, they were like, "We don't know how any of these doctors signed off on these."
Well, because I mean, you
Surgery.
gotta no, it's not even
Yeah.
that. Like you
No,
gotta,
it's not money.
money.
I don't think so.
Money.
you can.
It's just like AIDS.
If you are that
Made by the government.
sick.
Shut
They're
your
going to
mouth.
do
And
whatever.
if you guys are interested in this, you can look up the murder of Dee Blanchard. That's Deedee.
Hey, real
So-
quick. Here's an ad.
Looking to expand your playlist? Well, Fat Lowell's Radio has got you covered. Lose Your Religion with Reverend Jess and Deacon Sam over on The Church Absurd. Hear nerd culture get dissected on The Fickle Fanboy with RPM. Get drunk at the round table with the designated drinkers. Hear solid and interesting interviews on Unseriously Serious. Do you want to get involved? Send your rant over to the League of Infuriated Nerds. Also, check out the Fat Lowell's Radio Associated shows. Get your not safe for work talk radio fix on The Rob and Slim Show. Get some life advice from Jerry and Cal on From the Bottom. All of these shows and more await you at Fat Lowell's Radio. You can find us on SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, and various podcast apps, as well as our website, fatlowellsradio.us, HTTP, not HTTPS. We hope you enjoy the smorgasbord of shows we have prepared for you. Fat Lowell's Radio, stuff full of entertainment.
Hey, that was a good ad.
Yeah,
they don't pay us.
us.
if you think about it, like
They
if
do
you
pay us.
have somebody that is that fucked up that they are willing to risk the health of their child, they are going to research shit on a fucking phenomenal level, right? So like, let's just say I am crazy as fuck and I want my daughter to undergo some cardiac testing, right? If I hit her with a tad bit of fucking atropine,
Just
right.
a tiny bit.
yeah, just a tiny bit, what's going to manifest? Tiny bit of SVT. That's going to bring a doctor to go, oh, well, why
does
did
this
she have?
12-year-old
Yeah,
girl have this? Let's
exactly.
figure
Why
it
did
out.
she has SVT, right? And
Yeah, right. Why did she have it?
Supraventricular tachycardia. So why is this happening?
I'm a
well,
doctor,
now
I
they're
understand.
Now they're gonna take 3 or 4 different fucking vials of blood. They're gonna do an EKG. They're gonna do an echo. They're gonna, all this different
I
stuff.
believe though that
just
they
to
believe it
research
though. Like I think that they it's obvious that they're making it up, but I feel like the people doing it, they believe it.
Hey, can we talk about something
don't know
not
what
so
they
fucking
do.
depressing? We got serious on both of these podcasts.
Why
we
is
should
this
make something
depressing?
funny.
This is
Interesting.
Serious.
interesting.
It's kind of a downer, bro.
Why?
Then put a
Because
ring in
it's
your
people
mouth.
fucking their kids up.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about fucking Tom jerking himself. Ooh, okay, we're done. Move past it now.
Aw.
Man,
So no, I mean, but think about the
it is tiny.
the far-reaching implications of this.
I think if anything,
You could do this to your dog.
Why would
And
I
then-
want?
Why
to
would
do
you
that?
do
and
that?
then you can get heartworm pills for yourself. I mean, who doesn't want a heartworm pill?
What are you talking about? You lost me.
How many beers have you had?
Not enough.
You Ubered, right?
Oh,
You Lyft. That's right.
left.
Because I was going to
Hashtag.
say
because Uber ditches him.
At the
le-
guest
no, that was
Left
Lyft.
ditched me too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have. It's time for our Reddit question of the day. We're at the time, and I'm gonna ask 2 of them because they're really good.
So I got a question. Hold on.
You fucking bitch.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
Wait,
go ahead,
no,
go ahead,
I,
go ahead.
I generally want to know.
Yeah.
Are these Reddit questions in general or Reddit questions that were posed to us?
These are Reddit questions in general.
Oh, that's
I go to the
sad.
Ask
Yeah, we don't
Reddit
have enough
thread.
fans.
Oh.
I go. Yeah, no, I'm
Oh.
sad about it too. I go to the Ask Reddit thread and then
Okay.
I look for funny questions or questions.
Hey, but
that-
if you want to send us questions,
yeah, you can listen to this ad with Joe saying all this stuff.
Hey guys, this is Joe from the Designated Drinkers Podcast. If you like us, why don't you send us a review on iTunes or Podbean? Also, why don't you join our Facebook community? We post a lot of fun and inviting things that I know you'll enjoy. It's like listening to the podcast, but it's all the time on social media. So how can you not love something like that? Send us your comments. Send us questions we can use on the podcast. Also, send us videos. We love to be a part of your lives because you're a part of ours pretty much every Saturday, right? So, give it to your friends. Share it with your friends also. They'll probably like the podcast. In fact, I know they will. And as always, keep on drinking, guys. We love you.
You're welcome, Joe.
Joe doesn't pay us either.
And Joe doesn't pay us either.
He
we
should,
actually
though.
pay him.
No, we don't.
He does lick the
I
beehole.
pay
though.
him in time that I play video games with him.
I pay him
It's
and
called
letting
friendship.
him play with my balls. That's about it.
I thought you were
You have
about to
some
say
good ball
butthole.
cleavage,
You
Tom?
were about to say butthole. I know you were. You like your butthole played,
Oh,
little
dude.
nasty ass.
Hey, you know what? A little bit of play back there. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yo, does she finger your butt?
No.
Hey.
I try to stick
she
a pinky
fingers
in
your butt.
sometimes, and Carla gets
I,
mad.
I had that one time with the fucking doctor, and that was good enough. I'm just saying.
Listen.
Uh.
Wait, you are
You
entirely
know, if you
too
ever
young
tried
for that.
I do not.
That is not the way that they
I was
do fucking.
no. I was having
anal
stomach
exams.
issues.
Yeah,
I'm
me
sure
too,
you
man.
were.
You know, it's funny you say that. I also had a fucking finger on my ass. I don't like it,
No.
and it wasn't Ashley.
So
He won't
I,
even let me pinch his butt, let alone shove it.
I
in
had
there.
some GI issues, and they gave me a CAT scan. You guys have some gay fucking doctors.
It's because you're
If-
45
wait.
years old and you're
Wait,
past the stage.
if you ever seen that
I'm
video?
for a rectal.
Have you ever seen that video of the dude laying in bed and the girl like puts her hand down his shorts and then she like pokes his butt and he turns around and he's like, "Hey, the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." He's like, "I feel like I can't trust you now." He's like, "If you want to do
He's
anything,"
probably never been to jail.
he's like, "If you want to do anything, you can play with my balls. Don't go there. No,
Right.
I gotta sleep on my back." It's like one of the best videos ever.
That's the name of the
So-
episode now. I gotta sleep on my back.
Here's while we're talking about beeholes, real quick because this
You know, this has been a very butthole episode.
Yeah, it always is.
I just need to bring
You
up
are
the
what you look
fact
like.
that
You marry me, bitch.
I smashed Tom's beehole so bad
Oh,
in
in
Madden.
Madden? Oh,
He did. I'll give it to
damn.
Oh my god! Like what? Oh, and he got lucky and he won one. I'll give him that.
From
but
what I
out of the
hear,
other
Tom, you got
other
real quiet.
out of the four
Yeah.
games,
Well, I was trying to focus because I was getting pissed off.
he got his fucking dick smashed in.
You know,
That was
I've never
amazing.
really heard you like mad, like
Oh,
as
he
a
was
collective.
so mad.
No,
And you
that
were so mad.
that wasn't what I was mad about.
I know, but it was funny because we were joking with Tom and he was upset about some other shit.
Tom
He
has
got-
never
he
yelled
got-
at me in like 10 years, and he yelled at me for the first time.
When
last
did he yell
Friday.
at you?
He yelled at me the other day when I was mad at him
For what?
on his birthday when he was a fucking pussy, and he
Why
pissed
were you
me
mad
off.
at him?
I already apologized about that.
Why
I'm
were
just
you
letting
mad
you
at
know.
him?
I wasn't. He yelled at me
So why were you mad at him?
because he yelled at me. I don't get yelled at. I'm the good friend.
Okay.
Anyways,
I ain't never stopped.
All right,
loving
let's
you.
so
go.
the Reddit question
Reddit
of the
questions.
motherfucking day today is two questions. One of them is called by Remy Schnitzel, and
That's me.
the question is, what were you irrationally afraid of as a kid?
Stop. Oh, as a kid, I got last.
Ashley is little people, just so you guys know. Tom,
What was the question?
okay, you fucking get off your phone, bitch. What were you irrationally afraid of as a kid?
Rationally?
Irrationally.
Socks. I was afraid of socks.
Why were you afraid of socks?
Because they trapped your feet. I hate it.
Really? Yeah. You were legitimately like, did you
That is
dislike
Yes.
socks or were you afraid
weird.
of socks?
I wasn't. I hated them.
You look like you're about to cry.
Like I used to wear sneakers with no shoes. Wait,
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, you
haven't
still
even-
do.
Wait, stop. Hold the
shoes
fuck
with no
up.
socks.
How are this triangle here the most coherent with the most alcohol?
What?
Where have you been?
At work
I
since
used
10
to
in the
wear
morning?
no socks with
My
the no
sneaker
shoes.
How about
Yeah,
you
I
guys?
hate-
What
I
were you
can't do
irrationally afraid
socks.
of?
Ugh.
And still to this day,
Pickles.
carnival rides and roller coasters. Unless you have an engineering degree from fucking Yale, I don't trust you working on anything that fucking propels me at any sort of speed into the air, especially a goddamn carny. Like Joe Dirt is like, yep, that bolt's fine. It's good. He couldn't even
Good.
tell you what a fucking torque wrench is, and this motherfucker's gonna put me upside down? Nay, motherfucker. No.
For me, it was birds.
I was afraid of the dark.
The same way.
I used to hate birds.
I was irrationally afraid of the
Wait a
dark.
second.
Like I would
Wait a
sit.
second.
I would lay in bed, and my parents at my mom's my grandparents' house, because we lived there with my mom when my mom moved out. There was a bathroom in that room, so she would open the bathroom and turn the light on for me.
So you were a child, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, but the thing about it is, if the door closed, because sometimes it would do that because it was like at a weird
There's a
angle.
ghost in there.
Yeah, sure. I would freak the fuck out and I would start screaming like crazy. And then my uncle Lucho has this like insanely like crazy laugh, like like that. And then when he would come over all the time, and my mom would put me to bed, and like they're all talking and laughing and shit like that, and I would hear him, and it would fucking scare the shit out of me because like the door would sometimes close, and then
But you
he
knew
would
it
be
was him.
laughing. It's still creepy as fuck.
I was attacked by a blue jay when I was a kid. That's why I was terrified of birds.
I always figured you would be scared of the dark because you were in like a cocaine submarine and you didn't see daylight.
I
for
thot
like
that was
3
because he
weeks
was
while you were
racist.
coming over
Wait,
to this
how
country.
about you have kids? What are they afraid of?
Their dad.
Honestly,
My God.
yeah, no, they don't really like.
They're not pussies. I got you.
No, the older one is she doesn't have a lot of fears. Like she rides roller coasters like a motherfucker, dude. Like she doesn't have a lot of fears. She does sleep with her light on all the time. I think that's just because she's too lazy to turn the fucking thing off. But yeah, no, I don't. My kids
I know
really
a
don't-
woman I'm marrying that does that.
I don't have any like. I had a next door neighbor that was like deathly scared of clowns.
What was
I
the
used
other?
to be afraid of clowns.
What was
too.
the other question?
Oh, I was about to ask it, but I mean, unless you want to cut this one short,
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, this
cut
one kind of
Angelo off.
I was gonna say, can I show you this video of the?
Sure. Do you want to pause it?
Is it a blue jay?
Why do
like,
you have to
fucking
pause
you
it?
in the
It
mouth?
doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck?
How old? How fat? How big is it?
It's 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Sure, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, let's do it.
All right, ready?
Get your phone away from the thing, though. Point it towards us.
Oh, the butthole.
Oh, that's the beehole, dude. Why was he on his phone? Maybe if you
my
were on
dick
your
if you wanna
phone,
play
she
with
would have
something.
fucking stuck something in your beehole.
Oh, and the other question. Oh, actually, let me. The irrational fear. The top answer is the X-Files theme song. Like, what the fuck? My dad loved the show, but the second I heard the first few
What's
notes,
X-Files?
my mind would be paralyzed in fear.
Bones and Scully?
Yeah, the X-Files.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh
It was
my
the
God.
alien show. It sucked.
You're fucking. You lived under a rock for most of the 90s, apparently.
That's why she doesn't wear shoes.
She was 4.
And then
Motherfucker. I was born in 92, bro.
My bad.
the other question
So was
is
I.
called
We're
is
jerking
by
off by that
Mensa
time.
Boy 67, and it says, "What is your weird classmate story?"
Weird classmate story.
I had a weird classmate.
Which one?
Like, you don't have like one crazy
I think it means
classmate
like
story.
something that
Like-
happened with you and a classmate.
No, like I think it's like if you were in a classmate, like if you were in class and then something crazy happened in class and you had a weird classmate.
Well, I was in
I
school and
have
I
a-
peed myself.
How about you? Weird
Embarrassing classmate story. We found out that one of our classmates jerked off to a picture of somebody in our yearbook in the bathroom.
Wacky Mackey.
Yeah.
He works at Walmart now.
No shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
Hey, why don't you give him his social security number?
Put out his fucking address.
Hey, I mean,
Jesus
nobody's gonna
Christ.
fucking find him. They're not gonna
Jesus
look up. They're not gonna
Christ.
go Wacky Mackey, and they're gonna fucking
They're
find
gonna
him.
find
in his-
him.
Hey, listen.
You know what? That might be his
Dude,
Pornhub
you know
name.
what?
Don't say
no.
that.
That kid was a fucking asshole.
He was
though, too.
mean, and his sister did swimming with us, and she was mean too.
I almost got into a fight with
Patty
him.
Mackey.
Oh yeah, she was a fucking bitch.
I was trying to be nice to him the one day, and then like he turned around and he was being a dick. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm trying to be nice to you. Like, you better shut your fucking mouth.
You know, I don't have like I kind of have a weird classmate story about this Juggalo kid, but also there was this one kid and he was new, and I was always the kid because I was also lonely all the time in high school at
That's
the
why he
beginning.
watches so much porn.
You're so lonely.
I was so lonely.
So
Anyways,
That's your dad.
So my first year, because I didn't know anybody, I sat by myself at the cafeteria.
no. You can't.
You know, I'm marrying my high school bully, apparently.
She's fucking dying. What?
What?
Tell the story.
No.
This is about to be so good.
What?
Just go.
It's not that good.
I know it's not the story you're telling. It's the one I'm thinking.
Okay, well, let me tell it, and you tell yours after you're done fucking having uncontrollable laughs. Anyways,
It's not that funny, but it's so funny to me.
So I sat by myself, and that's not funny. And and you know, I looked around and nobody talked to me for a minute, and then like one of the guys from soccer passed by me, and they're like, "Hey, I didn't know you were in this lunch." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you sitting by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was one of like the seniors. He's like, "Well, don't sit by yourself. That's not cool. Come sit with us." So that was fucking awesome. And he introduced me to a bunch of people, and then I never sat by myself again. But so the following year, I had a different lunchtime, and I was talking to some other people I knew from other classes, and there was this new guy, and he was really big, and he had long ass fucking hair, and he always wore shorts all the time, every single time of the year. But he smelled like shit.
We all had that one.
Yeah. So like
No,
I
there
went.
was a group of them. It was like a
I
herd.
went.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Is his name Nick?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
But
I'll talk to you after.
I
don't
went.
wanna
I
say
went.
it
I
on
went. I went up to him and I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And like I smelled it and I was like, "Yeah, it stinks, but you know." I was like, "If you want to, you can come like sit by us
Throw
because
up.
I don't want anybody sitting by themselves. It sucks. I went through that and whatever." So like I talked to him and he was cool. And then one day like everybody that I had like I essentially told him to come near us, and then everybody shifted like 3 chairs.
Did his name begin with a D?
I don't remember his name to tell you the truth.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But everybody shifted 3 chairs, and he's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. You smell really bad, and though I'm okay with it, I guess they're not. So I'm just telling you. So maybe you can fix it." And he's like, "I try." And I
That's so
felt
sad.
so
That's
bad.
Yeah,
He's
that
like, I
sucks.
try. And I don't know what to do, and I do, and I hate it, and I hate
That
that about myself. And I was
sucks.
like, I'm so sorry. And I sat with him for the rest of the
This
for like the rest of that
supposed
year.
to be a funny story, not a.
No, I mean, you said weird classmate. It was weird.
what story were you thinking
Yeah,
about?
what story were you thinking about?
Oh my god, I can't.
I couldn't
Just say it.
I couldn't help from laughing because she just like she was turning fucking red.
It's not even that funny. But I always love the story about how you fell in front of the principal. It wouldn't even help you up.
I guess you won't do that again, will you?
Yeah, fucking piece of
Oh,
shit.
he like hit himself. He
I was bleeding.
I know.
Bleeding, and the motherfucker looked at me because I had my hands in my pocket going up the stairs on winter, and like I hurt myself. And he looked at me. He's like, "I guess you won't do that again." And I'm like, "I'm bleeding." He's like, "Yeah, go see the nurse." Fucking asshole. I also, do you guys remember
Asshole.
Bardo or Bardo, something like that?
I know. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he was like a juggalo stoner.
Yeah.
Dude, I had
Hashtag.
I had a home what is it called?
Home ec.
No, homeroom with him. Like at the beginning, at the beginning
He was
of
a
the year,
nice dude.
yeah, he was always cool. But I saw him develop into what he became at the end of high school, because at the first year he was just a juggalo kid, and at the beginning of the year in
Hold on.
homeroom,
Stop.
Like ICP
Stop.
loving Juggalo.
yeah, what?
Insane
That's-
Clown Posse. They're called Juggalos.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. I,
You're
I-
welcome.
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So at the
You were
beginning
like
of the
40
at
when we were in high school.
freshman year, I was trying to find friends, so I started talking to this kid, and I had math with him. So we sat together and we talked for a while, and it was a little odd or whatever. But like the next year, I had homeroom, and he completely changed. So he got taller, but he got stupider. So like every single time I talked to him, he would like be like dazed because he was stoned all the time. He was like, "What?" And he would like laugh like that all
Yeah.
the
I
don't
fucking
know who that
time.
is. What's his name?
It would. I don't remember his name. Bardo, something like that. But
Yeah.
either way, his progression between like regular non-stoner to like fucking 420 blazing motherfucker every day of my life.
Well, that's
was
because they were
incredibly
smoking
crazy.
a lot.
A lot.
I wish I knew his name on Facebook.
Talking about that math class, Ashley. Do you remember that fat bitch, something Taylor?
Yes.
She's a fucking bitch. Anyways, I remember sitting at that math class one day, and I was doing math, and then I was bullied a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, but
He was. I was best friends with Taylor for a long time until we started dating.
So I was sitting there and I felt like water hit me. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, ew, the gleeking.
Let me fucking
Sorry, I just ruined
say
it. My
it.
bad. That's
I was sitting there and I
disgusting.
felt water hit me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I look up and there's nothing, and I was like, "Whatever." And like I saw
Like-
water hit my notebook 3 times, and looked over, and this bitch was essentially spitting on me. She had her mouth open, and she was like spraying fucking shit from her mouth at me, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And they were like all laughing. I was like, "That's not funny. You're spitting on me." But yeah, that was my high
That's
school.
what we do in this country.
That was at least my freshman year of high school. After
That's-
that, it was all good.
That's technically like assault.
It is.
They consider that
Angela, you're looking
assault.
at me like, what the fuck?
Or the one guy who put the nail and it was considered rape because they sat on it.
Oh, that guy stabbed me. That guy stabbed me in the stomach. I was one of the people that he stabbed.
There was like 16
This guy,
people.
there was this guy.
Well, see, it's not really funny though because you had
I know.
you had
I had to go
what is
get.
it?
I had to go get HIV tested for 2 months.
Well, no, but
Well, his
I'm
hep
talking
isn't-
about.
his hep doesn't do anything. It won't.
Oh,
affect it.
okay.
Oh,
because-
I had hepatitis. I know, right? What a fucking asshole. It's
Yeah,
not
but you
contagious.
got it. Yeah, it's not.
So this
Oh,
fucking
Jesus
guy
Christ.
went up to me with a tack. Like we were all talking, and it was like homeroom essentially. At the beginning, and it was like sophomore year, and this fucking dude came up to me and he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey," and then he stabbed me in the stomach with the fucking tack, and I was like, "Oh, dude." He's like, "Haha, that was funny." I was like, "You stabbed me! I'm bleeding!" Like I had
bullied
like
a
a little
lot.
bit of blood, and then I guess during the day. He stabbed some girl in the ass and it hit like an artery, and she started bleeding like
He
a
put the
bunch.
tack. He put the tack. I thought it was a nail, but he put the tack on the chair and she sat down, and it like fucked up her asshole, and it like hit something. Legit. I remember it. I swear to God.
Yeah, and then like I heard he got in trouble, and I
We
was
go to
like,
public
"Wait,
school."
I should probably go to the principal's office and also say something." So I said, "Hey, I also was one of the people that got stabbed." And they're like, "You got stabbed?" They're like, "Why didn't you say something?" And I was like, "You know, to tell you the truth, I didn't think much of it until I realized he stabbed other people." So I went, and then they had me write a statement. And then they called my parents, and my parents were like, "Somebody stabbed you? What happened?" And I was,
They
"This is what-
poked you. They didn't stab you.
I'm sorry, I was penetrated."
You're welcome. You were.
Joe, just so you know, you need to cut that part out and put that in the beginning.
That's
Hashtag me
actually the
too.
name of the episode. Is I was penetrated.
Right.
Thank you.
Either way,
And now you can cut both of them out saying that.
it was high school. The beginning of high school was a little rough for me.
And the end. And the
See, I got picked on in elementary school.
I got picked on in
I never
elementary
got
school
picked
too,
on,
though.
At least not to my face.
Man,
Maybe
fuck
I was
you.
the bully.
You know
you
what?
just told us about a time you did get picked on. You pissed yourself.
I got picked on somewhat in high school, but that was before like.
Angela, you're so quiet. Why are you so quiet?
He's taking it all in.
There you
But
go.
that was before like they found out that I was
You got a
quiet
small
for a
dick?
reason.
Oh yeah, you were such a badass. Fuck you. I wasn't.
How do you spit on
I used to
people?
get made fun of for my accent.
No,
Just saying.
I'm just saying. I'd let stuff go for a little bit, but then once it got to a certain point, it was like, all right, yeah, I'm done with you.
I think my junior year is when I kind of got like fed up with people picking on me, and I probably would have gotten my ass beat. No lie, I probably would have gotten my ass kicked. But
Yeah,
at the
you've
end of the
already
day-
told the story.
at the end of the day, I would have fucking still went down fighting.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
it
You
doesn't
going
matter.
down?
It doesn't matter if you fucking win. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you stand your fucking ground. At that point, it's just like,
He did not know jujutsu back then.
dude, the reason why they make fun of you is because they think that you're not going to stick up.
Yeah,
That's all there's to it.
and then I'm gonna read one of the top questions
Wait,
because of.
Angela didn't tell us about his school.
Oh yeah,
experience.
do you have a weird classmate story?
Himself.
I have a shit ton of weird classmate stories. The one that runs to my mind though is this fucking one girl that used to always proclaim to be a virgin, even though she used to take it in the ass all the time. Like,
Oh my God.
dude! She got fucked in the ass in a diner bathroom. Walked out
happened to the
fucking
best of
like
us.
I mean, walked out like she had a goddamn peg leg. You know, she was like limping that fucking bad, and she sat down very slowly, and. Came out and we were just like,
Only
took
in
a big
Jersey.
shit.
that whole V card's gone. She's like, nope, still in the ass. I was like, You're the weirdest broad ever.
People think that though.
Oh my
People
God.
think that.
Hold on. Do you guys remember Handjob Heather?
Who?
Did you ever hear about her?
Oh my God! I remember
And
that
she was
bitch.
jerking that dude off in the
Tom's
lunchroom.
best friend.
I was in, and it wasn't lunchroom.
Yeah, it was. It was under the lunchroom table.
Was it under the lunchroom? I thought she gave a dude a handy during a study hall.
She did that too.
Oh, that's right. Okay, because I was in
mean,
that
With
study
the
hall.
nickname
Listen.
of handjob.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't get a
Heather,
hand job Heather by just like one time. You're
Yeah, I was in that
probably
study
a serial
hall.
hand jobber.
Dude.
The teacher went, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I dropped something in his lap.
No, literally, she went, "What are you doing?" And fuck, it was a tall, lanky kid. He had like a bunch of he used to wear a vest to school. He was one of those kids.
Probably not say. his
Dude,
name.
I don't remember his name.
I don't know why that popped. I think it was the whole him talking about somebody getting fucked in the head. I was like, oh my God, Handjob Heather.
We used to have some wacky ass. We still there's a lot of wacky ass people in high school, man.
Well, I was gonna say before Ashley said, I was like, your high school and my high school had a very different definition of being stabbed.
Well, that was like 40 years ago.
Fuck you,
I know,
okay?
like West Side Story.
All right, so the top answer on Reddit is by All Work and No Yahtzee. And it
Gay?
says, we had a guy at my high school who was a little socially inept. He would walk through the hallway with a sharpened pencil extended in front of him like a spear and say, make way, mere mortal. Whenever he would walk to class, he also got in trouble for looking up porn on the library computer. Of course, actual porn sites were blocked, so he researched pictures of Roman and Greek statues of nude women.
Okay, real quick. Last story. I'll tell you the full name afterwards, but I had a class with this kid, and it was biology, and I know that you guys know about the teacher that was supposedly a porn star.
Oh, yeah. Bubbles.
Yeah, well, he was trying to find her video in the library on the computers in a computer lab for her class.
Oh, my God.
Well, the speakers were all the way up. So he clicked on the fucking video that he thought looked like her, and all you heard throughout the whole room was, throughout the whole fucking library. It was the funniest fucking thing in my entire life. He got suspended for like a month.
You know, Joe said I think Joe said a story about how like he took a Cisco class and he customized his computer so it had like some broad on the picture and shit like that.
I think
on
he
the
was saying
teacher's
that on the
side.
podcast,
He did.
right?
He did said it on the podcast. I want to actually read another one of these because it's funny to me, and it's by Punchy Spork, and it says he ate his vocabulary book at a rate of 1 or 2 pages a day throughout the school year. The teacher sent him to the office so many times, but next class he was back at it again. He was so determined. I wish I'd ask why.
I can't.
I think I actually lost
Yeah.
my virginity to one of those people, like one of like the weird people in high school.
Oh my God. So did I.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I wasn't even talking about you. Calm down.
Excuse me?
Whoops.
Am I finding something out right now?
On to the next one.
No. On to
No,
the
you
next
can't
one.
walk past
Wait.
that.
Hold on,
Did you
stop.
fuck somebody else?
Isn't it
No.
about to be marital revelations in this motherfucking
I guess I didn't know.
podcast?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
If you did, you better tell him now before you get married.
I mean, I'm not gonna give a shit if you
There
fuck
was-
somebody in high school.
There
but
was a lonely night with Lamar Odom, and like,
His name wasn't Lamar.
was he
It was
African American?
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, you're kind of killing me here. All right. Anyways,
this
fuck
is
you.
about to get real dark. Sean House, I'm leaving.
A-
It's always
anybody?
Oh,
dark.
Yeah, if
Joe,
you lose your
Joe.
virginity too.
Joe, scratch that last part where I said his last name. So yeah, so the chick that I lost my virginity to, right? She was like 16 or whatever, and I was
And
like,
he was-
I was a little younger. So
What was this, like 3 years ago?
Right.
Right.
Anyways, just keep going. I want to end this fucking episode.
Can't make jokes about being old as fuck and then 3 years ago me being 16. Like that just doesn't make sense.
I mean,
So
I
funny.
can.
Like 30 years ago,
Anyways,
yeah.
so
So
funny.
yeah, no. So like it was
makes
just like
me laugh.
she was like one of those like, and I don't know if you guys had them in high school. I hope they were still around
Books?
because it's a thing. No, she was like a goth chick.
Horse
Yeah.
and
Like
carriage.
kind of, she was like
Yeah.
a mix between goth and kind
Emo
of like
type of thing?
No, like the raver type
Okay.
girl, like stoner.
Okay,
God.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Those were the weird ones.
kind of like she was kind of cute. She had fucking tig old bitties for being on a really really small frame, and cute, but she was just fucking weird. And we were
Well,
sitting
when you
at
wear
this.
like butterfly wings to school, like there's a
There were
Yeah,
girls that
I
wore
don't.
butterfly
Yeah, I was
wings
gonna
to
say I don't
school.
remember it specifically, but I wouldn't put it past. The
You
brother.
wouldn't
You know what I mean?
you would pass it past.
So
Say that 5 times.
We
You
were-
wouldn't put
we're-
it past her, but you would put it in front of her.
yeah, so like we were at
It would have been
this
funny if you
fucking-
said you would have put it in her, but
we were at this broad's house and we're drinking. We were drinking some of her fucking dad's moonshine and shit like that. And out of nowhere, she like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, "Come with me." She's just like, "Come with me." I'm like,
Or come on me.
"All right, cool." So I go with her. She leads me up to this fucking bedroom, and we start doing the thing. And like I get her fucking like her pants off. Like, I'm fucking squeezing on her titties, and those are all great and fine and fucking dandy.
Dude, she had a
Right.
big old bush, didn't she?
no, she had a
No.
chastity belt.
No. I fucking take her pants off, dude, and I'm like squeezing on her fucking booty, and that's all good. And I'm squeezing on her thighs. That's okay. And then I like getting a little lower.
She had a dick.
No. Not
I'm
at that
invested.
time, at
Go,
least.
go, no,
But
go.
like, so I get down there, and I'm like on her like calf area, like because it's like
Moving
up,
on up.
here. You know what I mean? Up by like my ribs and shit, because we're like kind of like
It's not her
It
calf.
doesn't matter.
It's
It's
her
the-
rib.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm just like, and like her fucking hairs were like her.
Oh,
like, leg
she
hair
had
was-
a fucking-
like it wasn't like, but the funny thing, it wasn't like like my fucking leg hair. You know what I mean? It was just like chick hair, like where it was like just like really fine. Like she's never shaved it before. I was like, ah! Like my immediate like my brain just froze. I was like, oh my god, and then I had to like start thinking of other chicks to keep hard with this hairy fucking leg nun. I was just like fucking offended. But anyway, it was just one of those things. Like she was a weird chick. She had hairy legs, but I wound up fucking her anyway, and that's how I lost my virginity.
I remember.
I have hairy legs. Sometimes Carlo does that.
Well, that's
Prickly
because
sometimes.
you probably didn't have
do
them
forget.
like before you got engaged, but now it's all
Sometimes it
downhill.
happens. I forget.
It's all downhill
Sometimes I
from here.
forget.
I, uh,
Carlo's
Sure
like,
you do. Yeah.
I remember back in high school when like one of the first like girls I dated or whatever. There was a moment where she's like, "If we're gonna date, just know that I don't shave my legs."
Did you get
And-
banged by a black guy too?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I was, and
That's
I
why he
thought,
doesn't like his butthole
I thought
touched
I
no more.
was, I thought I was cool, and I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't bother me." But
No, it bothers you.
no. The best story about a girlfriend who Carlo dated was we were just friends.
And then she
And
wants to live your
Carlo
life. Is that
and-
what you were about to say?
What?
I don't know what she's about to say, so keep going.
Oh, God.
So, Carlo, I was friends with him still, and I was hanging out with his mom. And his mom's like, "We have to go pick up Carlo from
That's
his girlfriend's house." And I was like, not hanging out with her, but I was waiting for Carlo to get home.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, he goes to her girlfriend's house after school." And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't want to like, because I like secretly liked him, but like we never told anybody that." But anyways,
That
we
was
went
gay.
to that girl's house that everybody fucked in your little circle. Everybody dated that girl. Everybody dated that girl,
Ooh.
and you had all. So we pick Carlo up. He comes out of this girl's
And now
house.
she's your like
He
your
comes out of his
bridesmaid.
girl's house. No, this one I would never talk to. He comes out of this girl's house. He gets in the car and he's like, "Hey, Ashley, what's up?" And blah, blah, blah. So we go back to his mom's house.
Stop
And
hitting the
we're
mic.
sitting in the kitchen. Shut the fuck up. And his mom's like, Hito. Goes over there. He has hickeys. They make him lift up his shirt
Oh shit!
from what's her name's house. Who has the kid now? The crazy one.
C. It started
I
with
was
a C.
driving my.
Oh my God. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, now I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Wait a tick. So like, hold on. I'm still confused. Like, this is like watching X-Men to me. I'm confused on the timeline here, because
So this is actually the last girl I dated before I started dating Ashley.
We
so
started dating our senior year of high school. Is that
No,
your
we started dating kind of at the end of junior year,
going into senior year?
going
Okay.
into senior year.
beside the point.
Oh, I thought that was.
What
your
was she
timeline.
doing at your house, hanging out with your mom, going to pick you up from
No, we were
another
gonna
girl's house?
hang-
Like, what? How did that? Like, because I've never had this. I'm genuinely. I want to
Ashley-
know because I've
Ashley and
never
I
had
used
this
to-
experience.
Ashley and I used to hang out.
I was never friends with a
as
girl like
friends,
that.
As friends all the time.
Like I drove over here to pick
Yeah.
him up, and he wasn't home yet. And I was like, "Oh, where is he?" And he's like, "Cause like it was like, oh, he went to his girlfriend's house after school." And I came over at like 5:36, and I knocked on the door, and Carla wasn't home. She's like, "Oh, I have to go pick him up," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna go pick him up from his girlfriend's house." And she's like, "Do you want to come with me?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll go with you to pick him up."
He was
It
over
was
there
right over
short dicking some other broad.
I mean, I guess. You
I
have what
don't
God
like to
gives
think
you.
about that. Also,
Short dicking?
I don't know. Either way,
But it's the only dick you have. You use what you got.
thank you for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Carlo,
Angelo?
Tom,
and our guest,
Ashley.
we are the Designated Drinkers.
keep on
Suck a dick.
drinking.
He'll get me through the evening now, baby, there's no doubt. You know they love to party, they want to twist and shout. I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out. Oh.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/Fat Lowell's Radio.